One of these two is about to win $5,000 in cash and, more importantly, move on to represent the Southwest in the national finals for a chance to win this. Whoever is named the Ultimate Film Fanatic will win another $5 grand for a total of $10,000. But that's not all. You'll also get IFC. That's right. For one night, IFC is all yours. Play what you want, whenever you want. It's your channel. We just work here. That is a killer prize, but only one of you can win. 6 entered, we're down to 2. Both of these players have proved they have excellent movie knowledge by surviving the first cut. Both have proved they have Fanatic attitude by surviving the great debate. But now only one will survive the obsession war. Each player has dug deep into their closet and brought with them 3 items from their personal collection that they feel makes them the ultimate film fanatic of the Southwest. Basically, this is just like war when you were a kid. You show off one of your obsession items, then you'll show off one of yours. Then our panel will decide which item is more freakishly obsessive. Then Megan will award that player a star. It's best of 3, so it takes 2 stars to become the ultimate film fanatic of the Southwest. Who won the coin toss backstage? Mark, show us your first item.
One of my most prized possessions is the 1989 home edition of Roger Ebert's movie Home Companion. Back in 1988, a friend of mine and I, Jeff, were watching Siskel and Ebert, and they were talking about movies that they wished were on VHS. And Roger, at the top of his list, mentioned Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, the Russ Meyer movie that he co-wrote in 1970. I happened to see it in a store on VHS, and I said, you know, let's put our 2 players together, and I'll rent this out, and we'll make him a copy of it. He sent the book back. Incredibly gracious man, even if he's wrong in his opinions some of the time. And here is what he wrote to us. For Mark and Jeffrey, lovers of fine films, and Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, Roger Ebert.
Yeah! Okay, Eric, let's see your first item.
Well, movies are about memories, so I'm going to share a few of my memories with you today that revolve around movies. First one I want to bring out are the 2 ticket stubs to my wife's and my first date. We went to go see A Simple Plan by Sam Raimi, and it was such a phenomenal movie and such a phenomenal night that I've kept the ticket stubs since 1998.
Okay, panel, we have the signed Roger Ebert book versus the ticket stubs to A Simple Plan. Jason Mewes, you'll be representing the panel. Tell me what you think.
Even though Eric's thing's sweet, and now, like, when your wife sees it, she's gonna get laid that night, probably real good, you know, because it's sweet. But we're gonna go with Mark.
Excellent, Mark. You've earned your first star. Mark earned a star. Eric's getting laid. Pretty good start.
I'd say I'm on that
one. Okay, but it takes 2 stars to win. Mark, you presented first. Eric, you'll go first this time. What do you got?
Well, I like to collect scripts, even though Kevin Smith made fun of that in Jay and Silent Bob. But what I do is I collect scripts in their pristine format before the producers get a hold of them. And these are actually a batch of 600 scripts that I own. Not only stuff that I'm downloading off the net, but also scripts of hard copy that I have. And I have them, and you know they're shabby and beat up. It's because I love to read them. They're meant to be read. They're not meant to be put in a humidifier where you sit there and you gingerly open the page. They're meant to be read. Read these things. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mark. It's now up to you. What do you got?
Okay, we hear a lot about Kubrick on this show, and any film fanatic worth his salt is a Kubrick fanatic. One of his earliest films, and a masterpiece, was the World War I anti-war film Paths of Glory, which has a lot of relevance today. And a couple years ago, I went to a bookstore where Kirk Douglas was the star of the movie, was signing his book about his stroke, My Stroke of Luck. And you had to buy a copy of the book to get him to sign it. I got a copy of that book, which I had to do, and I enjoyed reading it. And I also got a copy on DVD of Paths of Glory, which Kirk Douglas signed for me.
Okay. We've got the signed Paths of Glory DVD versus the screenplay collection. Tracy Lords, has the panel come to a decision?
Yes, anyone who collects all of those scripts and has some of the pages turned down deserves the vote. So we're going to go with Eric.
All right. Got your first star. Okay.
Thank you.
It all comes down to this. There's only one star left. Mark, what do you got?
Okay, this is a little bit of a homemade obsession. Her name is Cynthia Stevenson. I think she's not only the most unique screen comedian since Judy Holliday in the 50s, but I just got a crush on her. In The Player from Robert Altman, she plays Tim Robbins' girlfriend. You know, latest movies she's been making are Agent Cody Banks and Air Bud movies, where she plays the mom. And not had the most successful career, and part of her career includes 3 sitcoms that didn't run any more than about 36 episodes apiece. She made the Bob Newhart sitcom, which I've taped every episode of that you don't remember. She played his daughter, but I have every single episode on there because she's so great. A Mary Tyler Moore ripoff called Hope and Gloria, and then one that she did for Lifetime for a while called Oh Baby, in which she gets artificially inseminated. She is wonderful in anything she's in, and the fact that I sat there and watched Lifetime for hours on end more than proves it.
Okay. Eric, what do you have?
Well, let me preface this. I'm a high school English teacher, and this is the wisdom of Yoda. And I hold this in my classroom, I use this in my classroom, and I say to them, what does it say up there if you're feeling like, Mr. Francis, I'm trying? Do not try. Do or do not. There is no try. And a lot of them go up to the poster and they look at it and they basically, you know, find their wisdom from Yoda. So that's enough preaching for me, but this is basically, okay, for my classroom, Yoda.
Richard Roundtree will be our foreman. We've got Eric's Wisdom of Yoda poster versus Mark's creepy videos. You guys close to a decision?
Okay. Being a proponent of better education for students in the way that Eric articulated himself, I think is absolutely wonderful. But the criteria in which we're voting on, I think we must go with the fanaticism of Mark.
Mark, you won! Come on over here, Mark! Mark, you are the ultimate film fanatic of the Southwest! Here's your award! Great job! You get $5,000 and the ass end of a statue. Not bad for a half hour's work. Now, to get the top half that screws into that ass, you'll be coming back for our final show, where you'll face off against the other regional winners from all over the country for a chance at an additional $5 grand and a spot programming IFC for a night, and most importantly, bragging rights as the ultimate film fanatic of the United States. But for now, enjoy it. What do you have to say for yourself? Come on out there.
Well, obviously, the first person I have to thank is Cynthia Stevenson. But I also want to thank the wonderful judges. And this is a wonderful, terrific honor. I'm incredibly proud. I'm incredibly surprised as hell is what I'm incredibly happy. I love it. I love it. I love it.
What about you forgot to thank your wife?
You know what? I'm not married, and it's just as well because my wife, after seeing my fanaticism for Cynthia Stevenson, wouldn't have stayed around. So,
okay then. I'd like to thank my panel of celebrities, Tracy Lords, Richard Roundtree, and Jason Mewes. Join us next time on The Ultimate Film Fanatic, when we'll be scouring another part of the country for more obsessive film fans. Until then, this is Chris Gore saying, Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.